morning, T-Wolves. I'm Bella.
And I'm Julia, and this is T-Wolf TV for Wednesday, January 12th, 2022.
The boys' basketball team took on Timpville last night and came up short at the end of the game. Commentators TJ Bertrand and Eric Schultz share with you their post-game comments on their own take on the loss.
Again, we talked about it in the broadcast. Hopefully something to build off, move forward, go up, go forward, and bring it to Orem on Friday at their place.
Now, do you burn the tape or do you watch the tape with your eyes wide open?
With them wide open, because to me, again, they didn't dominate it.
No.
It wasn't a dominating performance by Timpville. It was, and I hate saying this about our team, it was an underwhelming performance by our team.
I agree.
Which then says there's only one way to go up for us, which is up, right? Focus on the things that did work, the defense parts of it. I mean, look, 49 points, that's low.
It's a good defensive outing, just we didn't put it together offensively.
Good luck to T-Wolves in their next game at Orem on Friday. Go T-Wolves!
Bargain Bell is January 22nd from 8 to 11 p.m. in the Commons. Buy a couple tickets for just $10 in the Student Finance Office by 2:45 p.m. January 21st. Tickets will not be sold at the door. Also, if you plan on bringing someone who is not a T-Wolf to the dance, you will need to have a guest pass signed by an administrator for the admittance. Don't forget the theme is 80s neon.
Don't forget, auditions for the variety show are tomorrow. Make sure you have signed up if you're interested in an audition.
Good luck to the swim team at their meet with Mountain View and Mesa at Orem Fitness Center. Up next, the Source of Strength video for the week.
For T-Wolf TV, I'm Bella.
And I'm Julia.
And remember, T-Wolves, we love you all.
Is this enough for you? 'Cause
Hey T-Wolves, this month we are focusing on mentors and what we can do to benefit our lives.
And we also did a little bit of research. So research shows that mentoring has the power to improve lives and productivity. Children who participate in mentoring relationships show better attendance, higher likelihood to get a higher education, and a better attitude towards school than a non-mentored student.
Mentors!
Okay, good morning, you guys. How does being a mentor improve my life? I guess I would start by saying I've been really blessed my whole life to have good mentors. I had great coaches in high school. I played basketball and I just loved my coach. I had a lot of other mentors. I had 3 older brothers that were all mentors. And I also had many other mentors that certainly influenced me in my life and my career, and I'm grateful for them. How does it help me to be a mentor? I actually feel like, we really are a community, and where we're given a lot, we also need to give a lot, and we're all better off by serving one another and helping one another. I love to be a mentor. Right now, one of the places I love to be a mentor is in mountain biking. I love to get other people into mountain biking and feel the joy of riding a bike downhill on dirt. It's a good time. Anyway, mentors are super valuable in our lives, and it's a good time.
Counselors can help with SOS leadership by helping them connect with students. I think counselors can help SOS leadership by always being able to stay in the loop when the SOS leadership is working with students.
Something I wish I had known before being in a leadership position is that I don't have to be exactly like the leaders that I like, that my personality is going to look, it's just to be my personality. So me being a leader might look different than another leader that I really admire, might do something totally different because have a different personality than me. And I think it's easy to try to copy people, which is great, but we try so hard to be the way we think you need to be, and really the best way to be a good leader is to be yourself and develop those leadership qualities that align with your own personality and your own strengths that you already have. The best way for me to develop leadership skills, kind of what I said at the beginning, is to use my own personality, my own strengths, but also just to try it. It's hard to develop leadership skills if you're not putting yourself in places where you can be a leader. So in any kind of position where I felt like I could help others or be a mentor, actively trying to do that and developing those skills has made a difference in putting myself out there, made me develop the skills more, and actively trying to find a connection with the students. It's more helpful whether it's other friends, other adults that I'm working with, or students. Finding the connection is a better way for me to be a leader than by just trying to be a leader without having any sort of background or connection with them. For me, a time that I feel like I failed is, this is silly, but growing up I was always super competitive with my sister. She was 5 years older than me and I thought she was perfect, so I always wanted to be just like her, but better. It's important. And one thing is that she got perfect 4.0 in high school and I did not. And that was a silly thing, and there's been lots of things similar to that, where it's something that I felt like I should be doing something, whether it's I feel like I should be able to do more and have more time in my day and be able to do more things, whether that's cleaning my house more or something like that. And I don't reach after that. That tends to be when I feel like I failed, to have expectations for myself that are too high. And how I've kind of worked on overcoming that is realizing what's actually important to me. So getting good grades to be better than my sister was not what should actually be important to me. What was more important to be actually the learning, or things with when I feel like, or my time, if I'm not doing enough, thinking about what are my values and what's important to me and how I can use those values that actually matter. And if there are things that I'm not doing well at that matter to me, where can I go for strength? Where can I go for support? Who are my mentors that help me with that? And if there are things that I'm failing at but they don't really matter, maybe they aren't things that need to be important. Maybe they're not things that I need to worry about. They shouldn't even be on my plate to start with. So that's been one thing for me, is thinking about what are my values and what can I get help with it, and what do I just not need to do at all.
So my first reply is I don't know me in particular if I'm the best one, but I would just say in general, I think talking to teachers who've been where you've been, that they understand some of the decisions you're going to make and some of the consequences that come from those decisions, I think that can be a positive influence to help you talk to someone who's been through it. I think it's hard to talk to someone who is going through it right now and hasn't found a solution. Odds are that I have found a solution, or I know someone who has a solution to your struggles. So maybe that can be helpful for you. Yeah, I think those who have a positive mentor are able to have more guidance. And I think that's the biggest difference that I've seen, is that instead of making rash decisions or maybe immature decisions, they're able to take a step back and have someone who can show them the way. And so I think it makes a difference having a mentor to help you make better decisions because they've been there.
Have you ever worked really hard for something that you wanted really bad, and once you had it, you weren't sure how you were going to be able to maintain that? There was a time in my life when I was in college, and all of the hard work I had put into enrolling in the school of my dreams almost came to an end. A pivotal moment that changed my future and the path that I was on. As a first-generation college student, fresh off the farm at a private university, I learned quickly that high school had not prepared me for the academic rigor of college. I struggled in my first year, taking classes toward a career in the sciences that I had convinced myself I was ready for. After failing chemistry my first semester that first year of college, I was a little dejected. But I had an epiphany. If I took that same class the second semester, why wouldn't I pass it? Boy, was I wrong. When I failed chemistry that second semester, it was very clear to me that my future did not lie in the sciences. So to begin my second year of college on academic probation meant venturing into a new path. This time I figured business would be the route to take. Optimistic that my new major would lead to success, I enrolled in economics courses. 2 classes and 2 semesters later, I found myself in that same place, failing my classes and coming to a crossroad. Do I stay for another semester without financial aid and try and get my grades up, or do I transfer to the community college and finish my degree just to be done with school? Have you ever reflected on the successes in your life and wondered who may have been there to help you along the way? Sometimes I think we feel we reach our victories alone, but if we think really hard, we probably find that there was someone there pushing us along the way. Mentoring is so important because of the impact it can have on an individual's life, but also your own. In fact, studies out of Johns Hopkins suggest that when adults mentor young people, there's an effect on the ability to prevent and delay declining brain function. There's something about mentoring that just makes you feel good. Now, you can be an intentional mentor, meaning that you seek out opportunities to help others grow, or perhaps you fall into the unintentional mentoring category, being a mentor and not even knowing it. I've had many mentors in my life, both professionally and personally, mostly intentional, others not. But think about that. Have you ever mentored someone and not even realized it? Maybe you were advising or leading by example, and you never saw the results of that mentoring. I've learned along the years that our actions and our behaviors give us mentoring qualities, but you don't have to be old to mentor. Young people can mentor too. Some of my favorite moments have been when I've been able to connect with students that have impacted my life and realize that something in our passing helped them grow and succeed. I love reconnecting with those students after the years have gone by and learning that our relationship impacted their future. Now, I don't want you to confuse mentoring with being a role model. Role models can also lead by example. But as we've seen in the media, role models can go from good to bad. Mentors have the ability to lead in just about every situation. So when I came to that crossroad in college, when I had to choose between staying and going, it was my work study supervisor, Darlene, and her husband, Rich, who mentored me. They helped me see what I couldn't see in myself. I clearly remember that night in their dining room talking about my options. They gave me the tools to make the right decision. All along I had possessed these tools. I just didn't know how to use them. I'm not sure if they realized how much their mentoring changed my life, but it's given me many opportunities to give back and help others utilize their tools on their journeys to success. I came back junior year with a new focus. I found my passion in serving others and a curiosity for learning of other people and other cultures. I majored in sociology, and I had a way better GPA when I graduated from college. My true passion. I continued on to get my master's in educational leadership and look forward to pursuing my doctorate very soon. One day of mentoring can change one life forever. Be that mentor.